I joined ACPA in 1962, 63, and in my research, which is in embryology, anatomy, I was very much interested in how the human face developed normally, abnormally, and how that information might be useful to treating children born with cleft lip and palate and other craniofacial conditions. And I was influenced by a professor at the University of Michigan, Harlan Bloomer. And Harlan Bloomer is known to a number of people in the association now and before. And he said, I have just the right organization for you, where you could test your research results in a context of practicality, in a context of the human condition. And I said, what is that organization? He said, the American Cleft Palate Association. And I said, well, I really don't need another organization. I'm just starting out in my career, and I already belong to the IADR. He said, well, you could belong to the IADR, but this is a different organization. It is a multidisciplinary organization. And that struck me as being very important. So I came to, I think, the first meeting, it might have been Miami, and I felt very well received. I presented a paper, but I was probably more convinced that I should belong to the association than I ever was convinced by going to that meeting. And I was convinced because I presented a paper, and after I presented the paper, this very good-looking, diplomatic person got up to the microphone and complimented me very generously, and then he asked some very probing questions. And not only did he ask the questions that I never thought of, but he stimulated me to do some other things in my research. And those other things were things that went beyond the laboratory, but relating the findings more and more to the human condition. He was a very straightforward person, very frank person, in some sense very kind person, but terribly meaningful for me. And that person was Sam Pruzansky. And I thought, well, if leaving Miami, if that is the kind of interaction we have among people in the association, and it was much smaller than it is today, I said, I want to be in that association, and I want to do something in the association, not only for my own needs, but more importantly for the mission of the association itself.